I could very easily kept my seat today. Listen to some of these other brothers, and that's one thing about it. The Southern Home Church, I believe we have capable brothers.
Yeah.
That they will, if one can't stand, the other one can, and so on and so forth. And the Lord has blessed us that way. But today, it seems like it comes around my turn.
Blessed you are.
And you know, I've been preaching a long time, but I still have a great fear of this place. But then, when you get up here and the Lord touches your life, you're glad He done it.
Yeah.
So it takes Him to make a preacher. And, you know, I couldn't look back on my life, and I can, for the sake of me, I cannot understand why He chose me. But you see, when I feel that sweet Spirit touch my life, I'm glad He did.
Yeah.
And you know, if I do what He tells me to, then I can be able to preach today. Then you know, I was sitting there on my seat, and I knew Brother Billy was going to call me because I hadn't been up in a little while, and that's the way we do things. And I began to think about what am I going to preach if He called me. And you know, I began to think about things I'd read during the week, things I'd read this morning. And you know, I come up with so much I can't figure out which one to do. And that's the way it is today. But you know, the Lord always leaves that out too. If it's His will today, I'll preach a little bit about John the Baptist. And you know, you see, we can track this old Baptist church back a long ways today. We got roots that goes far beyond what we could have ever heard or seen, or people's told us about this old Baptist family. It just keeps on going back farther and farther. And I believe it originated when Jesus come out of the wilderness. I believe He brought that old Baptist church right out of the wilderness with Him today. And He set it on this place today. You know, we don't have to worry about where we're going to have church. When are we going to have church? Because He's got all that figured out for us. He's got it all worked out today. All we have to do is follow Jesus today. And if we follow Him today, He'll lead us in all things today. He'll lead our families today. He'll lead us to be able to counsel our families. He'll lead us to be able to talk to our friends today. And He'll give us the ability to go out in this sin-sick world and talk to people that's never professed Jesus Christ in their life. And you know what? I believe sometimes it's such a great crowd that I know that we could never get to them today. But I don't believe we're the only ones out here doing this either today. I believe that Jesus has got His people wherever they are today, whatever they may be at, wherever. But today I'm glad He got the little Southern Home Church. I could go anywhere I wanted to church, but this is my home. I don't mind going to other churches, but I want it to be to where I'm made to do it. I want it to where I can go with a free heart.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what today, and no matter where I go, I've been to a lot of churches since I joined the little Southern Home Church. Been a lot of places, but this is still my home today. This is still where I want to finish my life out and be buried right out here in this little cemetery. That's my goal. And some people say, well, that's not a very lofty goal. When I tell you it's lofty to me, to even have that privilege. Have the privilege of being buried out there where I can listen to the brothers sing and preach. And I'll tell you, well, you say that's foolishness. Well, it may be, but that's my glory today, you see. I know one thing. He's going to take care of this old man. It doesn't make any difference when I go or how I go today. It'll still be my Jesus. My Jesus will lead me and guide me. And when I take that last breath, Lord have mercy, I'm going home to glory. I'm going home to a place that I desire to go. I'm going home to a place that Jesus told me about today. He told me about this place that glows, this place that flows with milk and honey today. He's told me about that place, and he makes it sound so wonderful. You can read that and through the spirit of the thing, and I'll tell you what, you'd never want to try to go anywhere else today. This is my home today. It's my home, and Jesus is my guide today. Jesus is the one that leads me and guides me through this world now. You know, it hadn't been that years ago that I wasn't following Jesus. I didn't want anything to do with him. My wife would say, you going to go to church today? I said, no, I'm not going to go to church today. They have church too long out there. I don't want to go. I don't want to sit out there that long. No, I want to go hunting. No, I want to go fishing. But to tell you the truth, I was running.
Yeah, you were.
I was trying to hide from Jesus. That's exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to hide from him. And I tell you what, the longer I tried, the worse it got. And you know, it comes to a time when my life that I couldn't do it, I hardly do anything. Because I was so, I was fighting Jesus so hard, it just didn't make any sense anymore. What the things I'd try to do. But one night, I had a visitor. And you know, I know a lot of people don't believe in that stuff.
That's right.
You know what? I was one of them. I didn't believe in no angels, no visitors coming to visit me. You know, been dead a while or whatever today. I figured once you're dead, you're dead. But I tell you today, once the day you died, I want to die in the arms of Jesus today. That's where I want to die, Brother Tommy. That's the only place that I feel safe today. And you know, I was laying there in the bed, and all of a sudden I had this come up to my bed. I don't know who she was, but she knew me.
Yeah.
And I was awake. I wasn't asleep, and I was laying there, and that glow come over that room today. And you see, I didn't have no glow about me, that was for sure. And there wasn't anybody else in that room today. So it had to be me and her today. And like I say, I'd never seen her before. I didn't know who she was, but she knew me. And what did she say? She didn't preach me no big sermon. She was just short and simple.
Yeah.
She said, Charlie, it's time.
Yeah.
Charlie, it's time. Well, now let me tell you, time for what? Well, you know, I could have been dying right then, for all I knew. But I believed that it was time that I laid down the life of this world and picked up the cross and followed Jesus.
That's it.
That's what I believe it meant. I know I never did get to John the Baptist, but I might sneak over there in a minute. But, you know, the Bible tells us to go home. When he saves your soul, he says to go home. Now, where is home at? The world's not my home anymore.
No, it isn't.
I'm home right now. I'm home and I'm in the house of the Lord today. I'm home with all the brothers and sisters of the Lord today. is to me. Today, I'm home. And you know, Jesus has got it fixed that he's going to make my home with him permanent one of these days. You know, I used to lay in the bed and worry about dying so bad because I was in such sad shape. I knew, you know, I believe in heaven. I believe what the Bible says. I really did. But for the sake of me, I couldn't just do that. I couldn't go to church today. But you know, it just kept getting worse and worse. Worse and worse today. And one day it got to where I just couldn't, I had to, like that old guy said, I had to have some relief today. I had to have some relief today. And I had to make a choice. And the Bible's plain on that. It don't say tomorrow, the next day. Choose you.
Choose you this day.
Choose you this day. Make your choice today. Make your choice sure. Make your life in Christ. Make it sure today. Choose Him. Pick up the cross and follow Him today. And that's what I'm going to do. For the rest of my life, I'm going to try to carry a cross. And you see, I know from experience that I'm not going to be able to do a very good job at it sometimes. But when I struggle, when I get down where I can't do it, my Jesus will come right to me and pick me up and help me and lead me and guide me through this world today. That's what He'll do for you today. Jesus wants you to follow Him today. You know, he don't want you to fool around and lose your salvation by enjoying the things of this world, and they're going to be for a short period of time. If you're a millionaire, that's not going to help you come redemption day. It doesn't make any difference how much money you got, how big you are, how little you are. Jesus is going to make the decision today. He's going to choose. And you know what? But we can get the jump on that. The Bible says, choose you. Yeah. You do the choosing today. Today you have a choice today. And what's that choice? Very simple. It's either you or the world today. It's either Jesus or the world. That's the choice you've got to make today. And all the other choices, we make choices all of our life. All the time we go around making choices. But now I'm telling you today, that's the most important, the most meaningful decision you ever make in your life. I always say one of my major decisions was my wife Rebecca here. Oh, am I so glad I made that choice. But I'm even more glad that she kept me. That she continued to love me. When she was in the church, I was in the world. And you know, but she understood somewhere or another. She knew that I had a problem with some things. And so, but she said, but she continued to be with me. And I tell you what, in the last 30 years, I guess, it's been the most wonderful time of my life. I've got my wife still, and I've got Jesus. I'll tell you, in other words, I've got it all. I've got it all. God bless you.